or something, I don't know.
You know, do you understand my concern?
But if they dig up blacktop they pay for that patching job too.
Well, I agree, but
I think Roger's point is, but
now it's cut up.
yeah, brand new street cut up.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I see each one of those as like a mini tragedy.
Right.
It kind of is.
And I mean, every time we do a project, and every time we have done one like this, all the utilities are advised of where we are and what we're doing and what the schedule is. And most of the time, they do try to work with the city to follow where we are, because that saves them money too. But stuff happens, so I don't know what the issue is on that one.
How about you drop an email to Steve, Woody and Holmer tomorrow morning, and just say exactly where it is.
Well,
maybe you and Steve could go down there too.
It's just a concern that if we do the street, let's get all the utilities together and let them check, and damn sure we don't need to go in there later. That's all I'm concerned about.
No longer. Once you're in, you don't want to go in for 20 years.
You know, it probably didn't cost taxpayers anything, but it tore up the street.
Right.
Now you got a hole there.
Which will shorten the life of the street.
Yeah.
Right.
Does that usually come on December 15th? Or?
Yeah, we haven't gotten any November or December monies. We have county money coming, state money coming.
Just asking about the general fund, revenues that haven't been paid yet, and when they actually come, just checking there, so. Okay.
Okay, I'll now approve make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second it.
Motion by Mr. Dahl, second by Mr. Hans. Any more questions on consent agenda? Questions, comments, or otherwise? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Public hearing, there is none this evening. So we went to number 8, general business. 8A, consideration of approval of the city's mission statement as per discussion at the previous strategic planning session. Mission of the city of Rushford is to enhance, promote, and protect the quality of life for all Rushford citizens and to provide municipal services in a cost-effective, innovative, professional manner for all who live, work, or visit here. Thoughts?
Sounds good.
I'm happy with that, that's what we talked about, move to approve it.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Hansi, second by Mr. Dahl. Any questions or comment? Vern, I think you had most input on this during the meeting.
Yeah, no, the only, I guess the only thought now would be to make sure that we include it, as is feasible on stationery and, so that we start blasting it out there and using it as a marketing tool. Otherwise, it doesn't do any good to keep it in the keep it on the shelf.
Anything else? What do you think, Roger?
No.
Good to go? All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you very much. 8B, consideration of accepting the recommendation from Chief of Police Adam Ide to authorize the hiring of licensed officers to work on a part-time basis as needed or scheduled during the absence of full-time staff. 3 individuals are completing background training and licensing required. Hours to be worked will remain within the existing schedule and budget of the department. See attached memo from Chris Ide. Chief. I said Chris Ide. Pardon my dyslexia.
Did you guys want me up here, or?
Come on up, Chief, thank you. Derek Ellis, Ryan Conrud, Sheldon Hedke. I met one of them last Saturday. He was doing a ride along with Chris, correct me?
Yep,
I forget which name it was though.
that's probably Ryan.
Okay. So right now, these three individuals are fully qualified for patrolling of the city.
Yep, everybody has passed backgrounds. I've talked with previous employers, neighbors, people at their current jobs, different references that they've listed, their schools, where they got their degrees and their education. I think we have 3 people that are up and coming, and they'll do a good job. They'll fit in with us and take care of us, and prepare a little for the future.
So, are you saying that they will now be fully qualified to patrol on their own?
No, they're not fully. I don't think it says that in there. What it is it's a whole process. We have to do a background interview. These people have to show an interest and come and ride with us and see how we do business. And if they're not going to, you can't take someone from Minneapolis, a Minneapolis attitude, and throw them in Rushford. It has to be a smaller town atmosphere, an officer, if you will. But with that, then they come and they show interest and they ride with us. And while they're doing that, they're also learning, our procedures. They're starting out learning how to do daily logs and learn what's expected of them, and how we run business. While all this is going on, there's paperwork we fill out with the state. They had to get a physical to show that they're healthy and they can perform the duties. They also had to talk with a licensed therapist to make sure that they're okay mentally. All 3 have passed all of those, and one gentleman has received his degree from the state, or his certificate, I should say. That would be Mr. Ellis. And the other 2, I still have paperwork to finish up and send it off and get their signature, and they'll be eligible to be licensed, is where we're at. And then once that happens, then they have to come and do some ride-alongs in uniform with our officers, and they're performing more things in the passenger seat. And then once they're feeling comfortable, they're learning the streets and different things of that nature, then they'll actually go to the driver's side of the squad car. We'll have myself or one of the full-time people in the passenger seat for, it could be depending if people need extra, or if they've got it going on, they know what's going on. It could be 3 days to weeks. So, but at this point, these people have been volunteering their time and hasn't cost us. The only thing it's cost us money for is psychologicals, which if they stay here for a year, they are reimbursed. We'll actually take half of that psychological, the money, and if they're here for a year, we'll pay them back for that. And I think that's about it. Am I missing anything, Kathy?
No, it's just, because like you said, some may take 3 days, some may take, many weeks. He just needs to have it official that you're gonna authorize these people when he feels they're ready to be on the job. Right now they're not on the job because he hasn't fully finished all the backgrounds and all the work that they haven't finished everything they need to do to prove to him that they can do it yet. So, but when they are ready, then rather than run back here to you, 3 different times and everything, since these are all 3 in the process, he'll be able to put them to work when he needs them, when they're ready and when he thinks they're ready.
So how many hours patrol now do you get a day in a week?
It's probably the same as what it was last time we talked.
And that was